Hello, my friends. I hope you're having an outstanding, fabulous day. I am. Yes, I woke up. I just made a couple of videos and I forgot to say that. Why? I don't know why. I've only had a half a pot of coffee because it's early in the morning. Thank you all for being my friends. Thank you all for being my subscribers. And if you're not, boom. Please smash that subscribe. Boom. Please smash that like, share my video, tell your friends. It is Real Estate Tuesday, but it's kind of just like a whimsical Real Estate Tuesday. It's kind of like an FYI. It's kind of like, I never knew this, and maybe many of you don't know this. I am guessing that my friends in faraway lands, including the UK, on the other side of the pond, don't know this, and they might find it interesting. I found it interesting. I stumbled upon it, and I was like, this could be just an interesting, whimsical Real Estate Tuesday. Really exciting and crazy and bombastic, like my realtor friend Mark Ritter. Nope, his videos are outstanding. I mean, he is either a video wizard or he has a video wizard staff. His pop-ups are incredible. His insertions are incredible. His music is incredible. His acting is incredible. I bow to Mark Ritter for his videos. My videos are just me, Bruce. Cut off shirt. I don't care. So what's today's video about? George Washington, Mount Vernon. I am going to make it a little real estatey. So, if you did not know, obviously we're in February, the third Monday in February, President's Day. It was Washington's birthday, but it turned into the name President's Day. It is the first federal holiday that was created for someone's birthday. George Washington's birthday, and it was in 1885. Now, just over tradition, it has turned into Washington and Lincoln President's Day. But really, it was for George Washington, our first president. Now, the real estate aspect. George Washington, he lived at Mount Vernon. Mount Vernon was his home and estate until the day he died. It is located in Fairfax County, Virginia, about 15 miles south of Washington, D.C. I've never even been there before. That's going to be on my to-do list this year, is to go there. George Washington's family acquired this property in 1674. In 1674, his family acquired the land, and then in 1734, when George was just a 2-year-old, his father built a very small house. And then in the 1750s, Georgie boy started adding additions. Did he own the house at that time? No, he leased it from his father or whoever. He leased it from family. He did not own it. It wasn't until 1761 that Georgie inherited the property, and Mount Vernon literally became his home that he owned outright. So starting in the 1750s, he did major renovations and additions, and then he did some more in the 1770s, I believe, the research said. But in a nutshell, like so many old homes in America, it started out as a very small entity, and then here's an addition. 10 years later, here's an addition, here's an addition. And that's what happened with Mount Vernon. Add on, add on, add on. Now, if you look at the photos, I thought it was stone. It is not stone. It is wood. I think my research demonstrated that it is white pine. But this is what I found interesting. Georgie, history believes that George Washington was up north in New England, and he saw a special construction technique called rustification and sand casting, and he's like, that's pretty freaking cool. And he brought it back to Mount Vernon, and that is what Mount Vernon is created out of, or was created and being restored, which I'll talk about in a minute. So rustification and sand casting. What is it? I was like, I never heard of that. So the wood is shaped to look like the stone, and then the wood is painted and sand is added to the paint to give it that stone texture, stone look. Never knew that. So when you look at Mount Vernon and you're like, oh, stone. Nope, it is wood. It is sand casting. It is sand casted wood. Now, this is another very interesting fact that I had no clue. George Washington dies, the place goes to hell. Falls apart, it's going down the tubes, it's going down the crapper, it's gonna fall down and turn into a pile of junk. Possessions are sold on the inside, everything is sold off on the inside. It is a sad state of affairs. Brief history research that I did demonstrates that the mother of Anne Pamela Cunningham was riding up the Potomac, looked over, saw Mount Vernon looking like a pile of crap, and said, that is a shame, and said to herself, and then apparently wrote a letter to her daughter, Anne Pamela Cunningham, and said, the men of America are letting Mount Vernon go to hell. Why can't us women of America save this magnificent piece of history? And so, Anne Pamela Cunningham worked on, who knows how long, this is in the 1850s, near 1858 or so, worked on John Augustine Washington III, so a Washington relative, to sell the property. And so in 1858, thereabouts, Anne Pamela Cunningham got a bunch of women together, created the Mount Vernon Ladies Association of the Union, a nonprofit now. They raised $200,000 and they bought the property from John Augustine Washington III for $200,000. 200 acres, the Mount Vernon home, and 200 acres for $200,000. And they still own it to this day. That entity, the Mount Vernon Ladies Association, they took over operation of the estate in 1860 and started allowing tours in 1860 and started the renovation and remodeling and saving of the property in 1860. And they still own it today as a non-profit. Now, in 1860, 200,000 was worth about $8 million in 2025. So 200,000 in 1860, boy, these ladies, they worked their butt off to get this money because that was a lot of money. Now, what is that property worth? Arguably, that property is priceless. If you had to put a number on it, 100 million, it is valuable. So those ladies, not only were they great patriots, great Americans, great historians, they were shrewd when it came to the money deal. Now, that Mount Vernon estate is undergoing renovations and restoration right now. They're trying to turn it back to exactly how it was in George Washington's day. So they've been working on it. They're still going to work on it. It's not supposed to be done until sometime in 2026. But this is the other thing I did not know. It is the most popular historic estate in America. It is open 365 days a year. Since 1860, almost 100 million people have visited that estate. They said on the website, on the ladies' website, over 96 million. So I'm rounding up to say 100 million. And now in 2025, let's just say 2025, approximately 1 million people a year visit Mount Vernon. Now, that's going to be on my bucket list to do this year, is to go see that. Uh, 1 million people a year. Do the math. 365 into 1 million. And that tells you how many people every day go there. And you can see George's and his wife's burial place. George was moved, so now they're on the estate. And George had a distillery a few miles away. They've restored that too, although it's not producing whiskey anymore. Whatever alcoholic, I think it was a whiskey. So that is Real Estate Tuesday, Whimsical Real Estate Tuesday. I thought you would find it interesting. I found it interesting when I stumbled across it. And what really blew my mind was like, wow, after George Washington died, everybody just said, what the heck with the property? The first president, people could argue the greatest president who could have been president for years and years and years, again and again and again and again, and who wisely said, nope, that's enough. His homestead, his place of where he grew up and died, down the tubes in District Bear until these smart women saved it. So anyway, my friends, I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for being my friends. Thank you for being my subscribers. And if you're not, boom, boom, boom. Smash the subscribe, smash the like, share my video, tell your friends. And until next time, if you have an idea for a real estate topic, I'd be happy to research it and discuss it and talk about it, especially my Maryland friends and clients. I love you all. See ya!